guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, I wanted to do a video sort of going over all of these support memories currently in Dokkan and sort of going over the mechanic in general. So, I don't know, I feel like this would probably be a video that's more focused at global players, right? Sort of like preparing for the 6th-year anniversary when that's coming to global. This mechanic, the support memory mechanic in-game, I absolutely adore this. This allows Dokkan to get key moments from the series, you know, with their good animations into the game without them actually being like part of battle or something like that. So I think this is going to work out really, really well in the long run of the game. So we had the 6th-year anniversary. We got 8 during the 6th-year anniversary. And then the first celebration after the 6th-year anniversary did not have one. But there is no new story event in the first celebration after the 6th-year anniversary. What I assume is going to happen is that new story events probably will contain at least one support memory moving forward. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to go. Even old story events maybe could get support memories added to them. We shall see. So let's go ahead and start out by going over the Oolong's Wish one. We'll go ahead and go into a stage, we'll watch it activate, and I'll sort of like explain what it does and how effective it is. Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and rock the Oolong's Wish support memory. So in order to use this one, all you have to do is enter into a stage where you can get a category sort of like drop bonus or something like that, right? So this Oolong support memory right here is going to get a 50% drop rate increase in any stage where you can bring a certain category and get increased drops, right? So like in here, in this Master Roshi event, the daily stage, which I mean, I feel like a lot of players probably don't do this, but should, you know, this is how you can easily build up a lot of training items. And the Platinum Turtle Shells you get from beating Roshi obviously give you a lot you know, like those are the powerful training items, right? So like you bring Peppy Gals into this event, and then the Oolong support memory is, again, going to get a 50% extra drop rate. What I've noticed that it directly does is it gives you, like, an extra sort of, like drop bonus or whatever you want to call it. Like, it used to be that the maximum amount of Platinum Turtle Shells you can get from this event was 15. You can get 3 separate drops of 5. Now I believe you can get at least 20. You can get 4 drops of 5 now at this point. So I don't have, like, I'm not maxing it out. Like, I don't have, like, LR Kill and Khalifa on here and stuff like that because, of course, link leveling is one thing I'm prioritizing. But there we go. That's how the Oolong support memory works right there. You just get increased drop rates, so it's good for any, like, story event or something like that you have to grind. Keep in mind, this does not work in, like, Dokkan events or anything like that. The stage specifically has to have a category drop rate buff for it to work. Alright guys, so the next support memory we're going to go ahead and activate here is Friezas' Anger. This one gives Extreme Class allies 15% attack for 1 turn when facing a Super Class enemy, right? So this will only last for the first turn. And again, you got to be fighting a Super Class enemy, and then it will go ahead and buff all your Extreme Class allies right here. Oh, after this, I think we're going to head back. I should explain like how the film reels work and stuff like that. But in order to use the support memories, right, you have to have a certain amount of film reels that will go ahead and activate. You can get those from beating any stage. Now, any stage in the game randomly drops film reels, and you can also buy them at the Baba shop. So here, I'll cut to the end of this fight. We'll show like us getting some film drops, then we'll buy some at the Baba shop, and we'll move on to the next support memory. All right, so we got the event done. Go ahead and beat the stage. And then after this, again, this is like pretty much any stage, like grinding links, whatever you want, and you go ahead and will get some film reels to drop, right? Again, each support memory does cost sort of a different amount of film reels in order to actually use, right, depending upon how good they are. Obviously, the best support memory right now in the game, the Zenos support memory, gives the biggest one. So if we head over to the Baba shop real fast, we can also see, again, that there are support memories down here. And these just permanently stay here, right? Like, these don't go away. You could literally just buy as many as you want at all times. So this way you could just always be able to use the support memories when you want to. I mean, the way they set the system up is pretty good. I think they did do a good job with it, right? Now, of course, also, when it comes to how to obtain these, the first 4... well, actually, let's see. Basically, the top 4 and then the Gohan Icarus one. Those 5 were basically you just obtained when you logged in to the 6-year anniversary. And then the other 3 were obtained elsewhere. I also should point this out, too, that the film, notice how the Oolong one is red film, the Frieza one is yellow film, the GT Goku is blue film, the next 4 are orange film, and then the green one, the Icarus Kid Gohan, is green film. I guess that correlates to the series they're from, right? So if we go ahead and flip over here, you can see this is Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, movies, and then, of course, Dragon Ball Super, right? So that does make a lot of sense, how that's going to work with the support memories and stuff like that. All right, so the next one we'll go ahead and do here is the Pull Out the Tail, the GT Goku one. All right, so our next support memory is going to go ahead and activate here, Pull Out the Tail. This one gives an attack buff to super class allies when we're fighting an extreme class enemy, right? So this one... these ones probably aren't the greatest, just this attack buff, like, for one turn against a certain type of enemy. I feel like maybe the best place that these could work would be maybe, like, Super Battle Road stages, I feel like would be the best place. Because, like, you know, if you can get the extra attack buff turn 1, and then maybe, like, quickly take one of the enemies down, that could work out rather well. But again, because of the fact that it only buffs the first turn, in any, like, event that's going to go on for any amount of time, like, typically the start of it is the weakest, right? Outside of maybe, like, the God of Destruction event, right? So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so the next one we'll go ahead and work on is the Whis Tempora item. The one I use this one a lot. This one is pretty good right here. So this one, starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, this will give all allies on rotation 3 ki. Again, for, like, showcases and stuff like that, this one does work rather well, because obviously giving 3 ki to all allies on a rotation is going to work out, again, very, very good. Especially with the amount of LRs in the game, the amount of ki-hungry teams in the game there are. Just, like, 3 ki, even for, like, 1 turn. Like, 3 turns, again, for, like, Dokkan events and stuff like that, I feel like it does work rather well, right? All right, so we're in sort of the Dragon Ball Super section now. Let's continue on to the next one. All right, so next support memory that we're going to go ahead and grab is going to be this one right here, the Piccolo and Gohan one. Now, this one we farmed during one of the 6-year anniversary story events. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. You only had to do the stage maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 times, something like that, in order to gather the 100, I guess, like, film memories or whatever like that, complete it, and then you could actually use it. This one is interesting, too. This gives Bond of Master and Disciple category allies 10% attack and defense for 2 turns, so it is rather good. Now, one thing I should mention, let's just do this one, then we'll continue on, actually, and then I'll get to that other point I was about to say towards the end. All right, so now the Bond of Master and Disciple support memory will go ahead and activate right here at the start of fight. Again, so for 2 turns, Bond of Master and Disciple category allies get the 10% attack and offensive buff. Again, this one could be pretty good, specifically if you're bringing a team that has mostly that category into maybe like a Super Battle Road stage or something like that, because obviously those don't typically last that long. So that's where this support memory could really come in handy, and the fact that it's giving both attack and defense is pretty solid. All right, this next support memory is probably the best one currently in the game. This is the Zenos Word of Thanks. What this does is when this activates as soon as the battle begins, it gives Universal Survival Saga category allies 10% attack and defense, but it lasts for the entire duration of the fight. So it's a permanent 10% attack and offensive buff for all Universal Survival Saga category allies. So again, this is probably the best support memory in the game currently, but it's also by far the hardest one to get. In order to get this, you have to beat every single stage of the God of Destruction event, right? In order to actually, like, fully activate this. You get 1 drop of this per stage, and you need all 12 in order to actually complete the memory and actually use it in a stage. But it's worth it. Again, it's very, very ultra powerful. All right, so our next support memory right here, this is the Android 17 and 18 Sibling Bond one. This one you unlock from the same story event as the Piccolo and Gohan one. You just grind it up. Again, it's fairly easy to grind. So this one will activate when your HP is 50% or below, and you'll recover 18% HP, and then Sibling Bond category allies get 18% attack and defense for 1 turn. So This one is okay because it does have a little health regen, and then obviously if you're running like either a sibling bond category team or a lot of characters on sibling bond, it can work out rather well, right? So, all right, after this, there is only one remaining support memory. Let's go ahead and just get this one next. All right, so this last support memory here, this, of course, is the Fly Icarus. This is the movies one, the, Gohan riding Icarus one. This one will activate and give all allies 10% attack and defense for 1 turn when HP is 70% or less. So this one is also another one that's really good for any difficult stage, because of course, you're probably going to fall below 70% HP at some point during a difficult stage, and then you'll be able to go ahead and get that buff, right? Which actually can be pretty handy, again, in any sort of difficult stage where you're going to lose a lot of health. Getting the extra attack and defense, even for only 1 turn, can be rather useful. Alright, so there we have all the different support memories that are currently in Dokkan, right? Again, the Oolong one, the Angry Frieza, the GT Goku, the Whis Tempora one, and then, of course, the Icarus Kid Gohan one. Those ones that you all get when the anniversary starts. And then the Piccolo and Gohan one, the Zeno one, and the 17 and 18 one, you do have to grind yourself. But, the 2 from story events are very easy grinds. The Zeno one is obviously very difficult to get, but at least it is super good to make up for it, too. Now, I'll end this video. I guess it's good that this is at the end of the video, because this may or may not be a thing on Global. Currently on JP, the Frieza item, the GT Goku item, the Whis Tempora item, and then the Gohan riding Icarus item, they're all actually glitched currently. Hydros told me that what happened is that accidentally Dokkan has these like in the database twice. So what happens is these sort of activate their effects twice, which it's not intended to do. So what you actually get with the Frieza one now is 30% attack. The GT Goku one gives you 30% attack. The Whis one actually gives you 6 ki for 1 turn. And then the Icarus Kid Gohan one gives you 20% attack and defense for 1 turn. But apparently that is a mistake. It's just accidentally in the database twice. And I guess for whatever reason, Dokkan a month after they were put into the game still has not realized it or something. But I assume that will be fixed at some point, right? So let me know what you guys think of the new support memory mechanic added into Dokkan for the 6th year anniversary. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.